After a few weeks of planning our trip, we eventually hit the road from Cape Town to Namibia for our tour in June 2019. Eventually we met up with our friends in a little town called Springbok on our way to the Namibian border. While they decided to check out beverages and snacks in a shop, I decided to check out the rubbers on the rims in a parking lot. Everybody doing their last bits before crossing the border, or so we thought at least. Or so we thought, as I mentioned. Needless to say that you can plan all you want. You can work out your fuel, your routes, your accommodation, your cost, everything. But please remember to check the simple necessary documents as unabridged certificates or birth certificates and your up-to-date latest and greatest passport documentation to be used at the border before crossing, so that you don't have to make a U-turn like we had to. So on the day before, we decided to turn around and simply head back to Cape Town in order to get our correct passport documentation. To those of you that might have wondered who the so-called guilty culprit was that packed the incorrect passport, that was not relevant at the time. To me, the most important thing were that we were both adults and we were both responsible, checking out that all documentation had the necessary requirements before leaving home. And no, nobody got sworn at, nobody got yelled at. Why not? Because a Toyota makes the road an easy drive, regardless of the distance. Luckily for me, highlight of my day, I was able to spot the Squirrel helicopter of the SAPS starting up and taking off to do its borderline patrols. Shortly after, we stopped at a filling station, crossing the border, after which we head off to our first campsite, Noora Chama. Being 2 days behind our planned trip already due to the incident at the border, we now had to jump straight into our trip, heading to one of the local and popular spots in southern Namibia, Ais Ais. As we've always heard about it and never been there, we had to go over and see what all the fuss was about. Once again, the Namibian landscapes did not disappoint on a vast, empty spaces next to the awesome gravel roads on the way to Ais Ais and on the way back. One cannot help to wonder, enjoy, and appreciate the vastness of this Namibian nature it has to offer. En route back from Ais Ais to the campsite, we simply had to stop next to the road, grab some of the camera gear and take a couple of shots of our Toyota vehicle as well as the wonderful scenery and landscape surrounding us. I was quite amazed by the condition of the gravel roads in the area compared to some of the roads, national tarred roads in South Africa. Correction, let me call them as they are called upon the map, dirt roads, not gravel roads, dirt roads. The Namibian dirt roads are simply amazing. Once back at the campsite, we switched off, relaxed, and were looking forward enjoying the brine facilities to their full capacity that Noora Chama had to offer. Give me the opportunity to show you what Noora Chama campsite looks like from an overview above. As well as from the ground level. Regardless of which kind of photographer you find yourself to be, Noora Chama will not disappoint in any of those fields. Be sure to pack in your wide-angle lenses for those landscape photographers. On the last night at the campsite, around the campfire, my wife and I sat down and recapped what went down over the last few days. What seemed like a huge issue at the border on the first day on the way in, now all of a sudden seemed like a very fond memory. We will definitely want to come back to Namibia one day again, and this time take it slower, much slower. Instead of jumping in a vehicle and driving up and down every day, perhaps spend a day or two longer per campsite and just soak up the Namibian sun. So on the next day, we packed up our gear, said our goodbyes to Noora Chama campsite and hit the dirt roads again on the way to Karasburg, where we will meet up with our friends from Cape Town as they managed to cross the border successfully this time as well, having the correct documentation at hand. Please feel free to share with us your thoughts in the comments below, or let us know what it is that you would like to see more of in the future. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram with the handle or hashtag DieselTechCPT. Thank you for watching and sharing our overlanding experience and adventures with us. Keep well, stay safe, and we hope to see you with the next episode.